Hello, everyone. My name is Sean Courier, aka Fish. Today, I'm going to give you my personal commentary on my episodes that I released on Facebook, I guess, over the past few years. I just figured, I don't know, maybe give you some fun facts if you're actually even interested, but I don't know, might even have a laugh or two, but without further ado, let's begin. First things first, there's three relevant things about all 11 of these episodes. One, I'm in them. Two, I'm wearing sunglasses. I'll get to that later. And three, every episode ends in ing. The only story behind that is, on this day, I was visiting my brother down in Fort Myers, Florida. And here, I finally figured out iMovie, and I wanted to test out trying to make one of these episodes. So I just started walking around. Well, I was honestly walking to the store, which is Publix. Once again, it's pretty much like Acme or I guess Giant Eagle, whatever supermarket you're used to in your respected area. So, anyway, as you can see, I'm walking, and I made note about how it was raining. In Florida, if you're familiar with any of that area, their weather patterns are like beyond intense. It was torrential downpouring that same day throughout like the majority of the morning. It was actually impressive. I don't think I have any video of it, but I took some pictures. I'm not even going to put them on here because it was downpouring severely. That's the best way I could put it. So just imagine a lot of rain, now dry. It's hard to tell here, but I tried to insert a car screeching sound because the power was knocked out and there was a little white paper up there that said store is closed, and that was just me showing that I couldn't get my bottle of booze for my mom because the liquor store was closed. It didn't really pick up, as you could tell, the audio and everything else is kind of poor in this, and I still love it though. I'll be honest. On my Facebook, this is probably like one of my personal favorites as far as like going over and just realizing all the extra fat. I mean, I'm just walking around senselessly. There's no real story behind it. As I'm talking about the gated community that he was staying in, I was just, once again, bullshitting. And, I guess you could say I was trying to be cool. I'm not going to say it, but either way. Yeah. In the background, you could probably hear one of my favorite songs by Ludacris featuring Lil Wayne called Last of a Dying Breed. Surprisingly, I guess I'm still getting used to the whole fair use stuff, especially up to this day, because there's so many different ways of going about it. Like, my videos obviously aren't monetized because I don't get much for views, but I guess sorry for that big sniff there. I guess majority of the time it's based around if you make money through it, if you're trying to take credit for it and all that other BS. Luckily for this though, it just tells me in my video that here it may rat ads on my channel for anything to that, but I face like no legal issues. But in case you're wondering how I got away with playing that in the background, because most of my stuff is royalty free music, but yeah, and that's pretty much for the first episode. I'm gonna fill in more as I get there, right guys? Alrighty, on to episode 2, chilling. Okay, these shots I'm getting here, it's at a place called the Boathouse, also located in Fort Myers, Florida. I just wanted to get a couple random shots of the water, and I live in a beach town, so I'm sure you guys love seeing the goddamn water. Anyway, now, yeah, I'm just once again taking up some of the sunset views there, walking back. There it is again, the Boathouse. Really cool, right by the water. Don't remember what I ate. I was hammered. Long story. Anyway. Yeah, my attempt at humor, I'm trying not to trip. At least 4 or 5 takes later, I usually get the perfect one. I want to say perfect, but yeah, here I'm about to show the line dancing at the Dixie Roadhouse, also located in Fort Myers, Florida. I try to make it funny because you don't usually see line dancers in today's world, at least I haven't, and it was hilarious. I mean, more power to them. I'm not making fun of the people that are dancing. It's just the idea. It was funny. And oh yeah, this is my brother's, the room he was staying at, 420. Stoner humor. I know, right? Hilarious. Alright, this next one is episode 3, prepping. It's only like 50 seconds long, so I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. We got back from Florida. A blizzard's coming. Starting to snow. I know I'm wearing sunglasses. There's no sun out. I had a black eye. That's why I kept on wearing the fucking sunglasses. In case you guys thought I was deliberately being a tool. At least up at the episode 4, I think, I had a black eye, and I didn't feel like getting asked about it. It's a long story. Nothing bad. Just didn't want to get embarrassed for it. Okay. No. Okay, yeah, as you can see, I am currently assessing the situation. There's my mouth open like a fucking idiot. I hate when I do that. Alright. Yeah, I think altogether we must have got like 6 to 8 inches. I don't even remember. It wasn't that important. We lost the power the next day, but that's on the next episode. Yeah, that gazebo thing behind me was destroyed. Oh yeah, then of course we got a little closing of just my disgusting room. Well, it's not so bad there, but and of course my only cat at the time, his name is Puddin'. He's probably like 4 almost now. No, he's probably 3, but there he is. Perfect time meow. I love it. On to episode 4. I took that opening shot the night before while it was snowing out still. And here, this is actually like 7 in the morning. We did lose power. You know, I did have a glow stick on my survival bag. Once again, still wearing the sunglasses. I had a black eye. Didn't want to get a bunch of random questions about it. If you actually decide to watch the videos. Don't mind my fucking laugh. Anyway, sorry for cursing. Yeah, another attempted humor. I think, I don't know, I know I tried too hard to be funny. I thought it was hilarious. There's the gazebo, rest in peace. I don't know if that's what it's technically called. It's just a hunk of metal with a tarp on top, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, the wind was picking up pretty good. I like that. Yeah, I would have tried to get more footage of the actual storm itself, but like I wasn't going to risk my phone, and the video equipment I had at the time was shitty. Yeah, and then lastly, you can see the wind really picking up there. There was actually thunder, too. I wish I would have picked that up. And a closing shot of the fireplace. And that was it for that. Alright, next is episode 5, Cruising, which is my least favorite one. I could have done a lot better with this because we actually had like a road trip. My grandfather came up from North Carolina to bring us down to North Carolina to visit, which was pretty exciting considering, like, you know, it was a long 9-hour road trip roughly, so lots of laughs. But I just got shots of each state and pretty much like a brief one of the ferry crossing into Delaware and stuff like that. Nothing too amazing. Just, I could tell I was just anxious to make a video that day. And here we go. My brother Nick is actually in this one. He's a good camper as far as that goes. I always ask if he wants to be in. He's like, yeah, whatever, dude. I know you're going to shoot regardless. So, yeah, that's just us on the ferry. Yeah, you can tell he's very interested, too. He's like, yeah, okay, that's enough. He turns his head. I didn't even shave. I look disgusting. Yeah, quick little... That's the New Jersey side of the bay. Well, the Delaware Bay, you know. So now we're on one of the ferries. All right, now we're in Farm Central of Delaware, cruising down. We stopped at Virginia real briefly. It almost like it was shot in New Jersey. If you really just shot it correctly, you would think I actually just made this here and then here down North Carolina. It was cloudy. You can't even tell how nice it really is, but that was cruising. As you can see, not a lot of information. Why it's my least favorite. Now, picking up from the last episode, this is episode 6, Relaxing. You know, still in North Carolina. We're at my grandfather's place, and now we're checking out his little man cave. Yet again, I talked my brother Nick into being in this. He was actually more for this one, though, because, you know, we're just kind of shooting the shit. This is literally what we do, just talk. And for once, I think this is more of the more comfortable I've probably felt while making one of these. You know, just good time. Yeah, then I'm still giving you the rundown of his pad. And eventually you kind of get I believe, yeah, that's right, I started setting up for the whole pool skills, and which I have none. Everything for me, games, everything, it's always a matter of luck. I have no skill whatsoever, so. And then, of course, you get my goofa, which is, it's called an uncontrollable outburst of laughter. That's what I call my laugh, in case anyone ever likes to make fun of it. I know, I think it's hilarious, too, but, yeah, as you can see, multiple takes. This is probably my best compilation of me trying to show, I guess, trying to do something at all. So I was kind of proud of it. Still shitty, I know, but what can you do? Yeah. And the crowd goes wild. Yeah, better than nothing, I guess. And that's sad. Now here's another one of my personal favorites. This is episode 7, Touring. I just take a little stroll around Cape May County. Well, mostly West Cape May, Cape May Point, historic city of Cape May. Yeah, okay. Checking out the concrete ship. Over the years, been fascinated by that. Kind of give you the rundown in there about that so you can listen to the actual episode if you want to hear more about that. There's me trying to give my personal little, I guess, dialogue. Well, not dialogue, I guess my own commentary right there before the goddamn thing even shoots. Yeah, believe it or not, I actually almost tripped in the sand too. I don't know how that's possible, but, you know, your boy Sean, I can do it. I think around this time is whenever I was saying about how there's not that many people on the beach. They recently were doing dredging, and I believe that's the practice of putting sand back on the beach to like prevent erosion or even help with the habitat. I'm not exactly sure. Just give me a fucking break, all right? I'm not a geologist or whatever the hell it is. Just you know what I'm trying to say. Also, I'm probably going to showcase some of the sites in Cape May better in a future video, but more on that later if you decide to watch it. Okay, yeah, so I'm getting ready to point out the historic Cape May for all their Victorian shit, my exact words. Yeah, I had off of work that day, in case you're wondering why I have so much free time, so I'm just kind of... Alright, dumping out sand in my shoe. I put that sand in there in case you're wondering how the fuck I got that much sand in my shoe. I did it because I thought it was funny. Granted, I understand this isn't the safest thing. I was not like looking at my camera as I'm filming this. I'm literally throwing my iPhone around trying to get the shots. My eyes were on the road the whole time. I promise not to do stuff like this again. I know it's not safe no matter how safe I try to make it sound. So I promise to never do that shit again. Especially with a cracked windshield. Yeah, there's me. Once again, a little plug for the Lobster House. And that's the end of episode 7. Alright, now on to episode 8, climbing. I hate when I try to give you like some type of a monologue because the sunglasses help so you don't see like how bugged out my eyes really are though. Like I touch my hair and shit. I get nervous. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that lady who was saying about the stairs or the steps there, I don't know if she didn't like me, but the second I went in there, she was just grilling me about every fucking thing. Like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, that's cool. At first you would think she was being nice, but she was just, I don't know. I just don't think she just got a good vibe from me. I have no idea. Anyway, so yeah, as I was walking up there, I busted a joke, and she had to say something. Still polite. I'm not trying to bash her. I was just like, I felt awkward. Yeah, as you can see, I'm definitely afraid of heights. Not the sense of like, I can be up high as long as I can move around. I hate whenever like I'm stuck somewhere. Like I hate Ferris wheels. Airplanes aren't that bad to me, I guess, because we're technically in motion. But I guess it's whatever. Anyway, you're looking at it anyway. Yeah. So one of the little holes out. One of the little windows, looking out. I couldn't stick my head in there, so I didn't realize I cut off half the window. My bad. Yeah, I'm walking around. I hate looking down there because it's also graded, so you just kind of like see beneath your feet. I'm pretty sure if I remember. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, oops. Anyway, yes, I'm looking around. Oh, you can actually feel it swaying somewhat in the wind, which is actually pretty cool. And to all you fucking flat earthers, you can see the circumference around the earth if you just look out there. In case one of you are trying to dispute the whole earth being a sphere. Alright, now I'm walking down the steps. Luckily, the lady didn't harass me this time. Alright, yeah. I'm getting better at looking down because I knew if I made one false move, it'd be a, curtain close and old Sean boy would have rolled down that fucker. Alright, yeah, there I am at my house closing. Alright, that was episode 8. On to episode 9, exploring. My current residence of Villas, New Jersey. Yeah, this one was kind of I hate the jingle in the background. A lot of the royalty songs or background themes I have are either provided through iMovie or I buy them myself off of iTunes. So if you don't like the jingles, my bad. It's all I could come up with, and yeah, showcases some of the lovely trash in villas. It's a very common joke. People always call it, like, it's not the ghetto, but they say it's like the trashy area of Cape May County. I think it's a fucking suburb. It looks fine to me. It's not that. But there's drugs everywhere, so you can look at it any way you want to. Anyway, yeah, that's my rant on drugs. Yeah, as you can see, I'm walking around, sweating my ass off. Something about that, whenever I had my sunglasses off in that shot, I felt like I looked like a fucking alien. Alright, yeah, so I tried 5 times to get that about me showing the school and the church behind me, and I kept doing it wrong because there was cars going by and it made me nervous. Yeah, it's a thrift shop behind me. I think it's called the Children's Corner or Closet. But yeah, I don't know, I thought that was interesting. That florist shop made me laugh. There's Jake's Bar and Grill. Yeah, I don't know what I'm guessing gravel. Yeah, that's coral. And this was some abandoned building next to the VFW. I thought it was funny because it looked like it was just a boarded up building. It's not really my house. Alright, here we are, episode 10, celebrating. After the Eagles' amazing victory against the Patriots, we go to Philadelphia to celebrate for the Super Bowl parade. I have a better camera at this point. It's a Sony HDR CX240. Some of the shots are still a little blotchy, but what can you do? I always put filters over it. Probably doesn't help it out, but I'm going to work on the clarity as far as me saving up for a better camera. But in time, Rome wasn't built in a day. I hate saying that, but you get the drift. I'm walking around with my hat and shades on. That's what cool people do. It was like maybe -20 there. I had like 8 layers on. I was definitely cozy though, so no complaints, but just a bunch of people having a great time. Yeah, lots of high spirits. That was the one thing I was grateful about. I was more worried about running into some drunk asshole. Whether or not he liked me because of Philly or the Philadelphia Eagles, just some drunk guy just trying to start a fight, but luckily no bullshit. It was a good time. Everyone was in high spirits. Aside from like 2 drunk people. Saw a guy, not gonna lie, it looked like he was playing like the piano with his forehead against a fence. Long story, but that was interesting. Oh, I could go on for hours about what the hell happened that day. Alright. And as you can see, for this episode, number 10, I was just, more grateful to have a better camera to show off. And here, just some of this footage. So, I'm not going to give you the whole rundown, but in closing, as you can see, I had a great time in Philly. Better camera. I love this episode. Good times. Good vibes. And this was my final episode of my lost footage that I shot on a $40 camera. It was a Kobe Snap camcorder. It was okay quality for a $40 camera at the time, but looking back, I'm really glad I don't have it anymore. I think the batteries started shooting out acid or some shit. It all but committed suicide. Anyway, yeah, just some, that's my grandma. Hi, Nana. Yeah, this is I wasn't even an intention to make an episode. I just had random clips from, this was in summer of 2011, so this was like 5-6 years before I even started making these episodes. Yeah, it's down by the ferry port in North Cape May. Yeah, having a good time. I know this sounds not too good. I like the one thing that makes me laugh about this is once again the royalty-free music, the beginning jingle, like the opening to this song in the background. It sounded like a porno song, but I had I think 10 different options from the package I downloaded. So this is the most normal one once the jingle kind of gets into it. Of course, the bass shots, another favorite. As long as I'm by the water, there's probably gonna be a bass shot in there. There's Nico, brother Nick. Even back then, people, I was still asking him to be in my videos or help me record shit. Goes Pop-Up Frank. My mom's driving. Yeah, there we are. Oh, yeah, I look so much younger. Yeah, going over the canal in Cape May. We're at the Lobster House restaurant. Before I started working there, I was actually a diehard customer, believe it or not. Nick cooking on the grill. I ended up cooking, too. I think he even tried taking video of that, but we forgot to press record. I don't know. It happens. We're taking a walk down to the bay from my Nana's house. She's about 4 blocks, maybe, from the bay. This is pretty cool. There's me. That's a live horseshoe crab. Harmless to people, don't worry. I said that was a snail. That's why I put down I'm a dumbass. I thought that was funny. Yeah, because I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, chasing birds. How original, I know. I actually like that shot, though. As I'm coming back, I'm trying to convince Nick to do it, but he wasn't having it, so no luck. More shots of the water. I'm glad this is at least a little bit wider than my iPhone at the time. Yeah, dead jellyfish. Kind of gross. I don't know. I was drinking at the time, too, so little baby horseshoe crab. Yeah, that's sewage and water runoff, I believe. It's not exactly pollution. I still think it's disgusting because whenever it's low tide, it's all mucky looking. I'm going to look into that. Maybe I'll make a video about that. What the hell that shit is. I'm making a video about this, the abandoned golf course. This is in North Cape May. I'm going to make a longer video about this with obviously with my better camera. Because this is like shaky cam footage, but me and my brother were just walking along. We spent about a good hour and a half, 2 hours back there just walking and talking, and you could get lost back there. It's really cool. Lots of you can't see it there, but for example, we saw about 2 or 3 deer back there, saw a couple turtles, a frog or two. Granted, this is made in July, and that's it. That's my 11 episode endeavor collection, I guess you would say. So if you made it this long, thank you very much for listening. If you're honestly curious about why I do things the way I do, And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, like, comment if you like. Try not to keep it negative because at the end of the day, I'm still going to do it. All right, well, until next time, friends, much love. Peace out.